Welcome back everyone. Today I'm talking about color correcting. This is my first video for my tips and tricks. This has been a question that everyone has asked me. Do I need a color corrector? My answer is usually no, because they do make cosmetics out there that will cover up a lot of flaws. Like It's Cosmetics, they are the best makeup for covering up anything. But if you have like horrible rosacea, I mean if it is bright red, or if you have dark circles that makeup cannot cover, you will need a color corrector. I'm going to go through my tips and tricks that I use on my clients to show you what to do and what not to do with color correcting. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. The main colors that we normally look at for color correcting is peach, yellow, green, and purple. Those are the basic color correcting colors that we normally have to use. If you're looking at a peachy orange, and that is to hide dark circles, and this is usually for darker skin. Green is used for redness, like sunburn, rosacea, blemishes, stuff like that. Yellow is to brighten, and I usually don't like using the yellow in a color corrector because they do make banana powders out there, which is way easier to use. I like using the powders more than the creams. And then last but not least is purple. Purple to lilac is used to cover up dull looking skin. It's like gray areas, grayish dull looking skin. So I'm going to go through it and tell you my tips and tricks on how to get flawless looking skin with a color corrector. When working with color correcting, it is best to use very lightly. Go on thin and work your way up if you need it. Let's say you have blemishes and red spots. Green is your best friend. I do not like to use a brush because it puts it on too thick. Once you put it on too thick and then you put on your foundation and you go to buff it out, it is going to go everywhere. And then you'll notice that you have green underneath your foundation. You can see it. Don't be fooled by the Instagram videos with this miracle transformation that these girls do with color correcting. You see them putting it on heavy. That is a no-no. You want to start light and work your way up. What I like to do is use my finger. Just put a little bit on and just dab on the spots that you want to hide. Just work it to where it's a very thin layer. And then you'll notice the red spots. Voila, gone. If that's still not helping you and you still see it a little bit, you want to add a little bit more. Just work your way up. Just like cooking. Season to taste. Season to taste. Same thing with makeup. Little goes a long way. And when applying this, you do not want to rub it in. You want to make sure you can still see the green very lightly. Make sure it covers everything that you want to hide. And you don't need to use every color on the color correcting palette. It's only if you need some of these. You don't have to use all of them. So this is the Bella Paris color correcting palette. This is their peach color, and this one is for darker skin. This is used for really dark circles, to hide the bluish purples, the really dark circles. You do not need this if you don't have those dark circles. I like to use this for darker skin beauties. This will hide the deepest, darkest circles. Like I said before, you want to start off light and then work your way up. Color correcting is all about the color wheel. Just like in art class, you'll see the circle of different colors. If you have reddish skin, you want to go across the wheel and you'll see this green, and you want to use that. If you have this deep, dark purple problem, you want to go all the way across, and you're going to have to use that color correcting. Simple enough, and you can find this little color correcting wheel anywhere on the internet if you need to. With color correcting, you want to correct, not conceal. This is the main thing. So light is best. I've been saying this for a while. I know a lot of people say they've seen other people use brushes and they put it on heavy, and you don't want to do that, because if you have those dark circles, then you use that dark peach, and then you need the green, and then you need the purple, the lavender. Once you put on your foundation, you're going to see that if it's really heavy. And I stress this, light goes a long long way. After putting on your color correctors, if you need it, you want to use a beauty blender. I can't stress this enough. Like with my clients, beauty blenders are a must with color correcting because you want to pounce when putting on foundation. You never want to use a brush to blend in your foundation because you're going to mix all those colors in areas that you didn't need that color in, and you're going to see your foundation it's going to look crazy. I'm going to tell you this right now. Pouncing is best because when you're over that spot that you color corrected and you're putting the foundation on top of it, it stays in place. This is a must, just hands down. This is the #1 tip that I tell everyone with color correcting. You never want to buff on your foundation. I think that should be the #1 rule after color correcting. But yes, you prime first, you color correct, and you pounce on your foundation. Then you can go in with your concealers if you need it. But usually you do not need a color correcting. I'm talking about heavy rosacea, deep dark circles. I do not know anyone who has to use all of these colors in a color correcting palette. But I guess they're good to have if you're working on other people and if they have skin issues that needs to be addressed. This is the only time you'll need a color correcting palette, but usually you can find a smaller one. And Wet n Wild has a few. I think they have 2 different types, but I got this one right here to show you. And if you don't know what you're doing, it gives you helpful suggestions on the back, and it tells you what colors to use for what you need help with. Same with the Bella Paris palette. I love their palette because if you have no clue what you're doing, it tells you the colors, what they are on the back, and it comes with a little booklet that tells you what it's used for, the color correcting wheel right there, and everything that it's used for. So you basically can't go wrong. The main stressors for my tips and tricks are, yes, add it on very lightly, and then work your way up. Do not buff in with your foundation. That's it. You want flawless looking skin, that's how you do it. So I hope this was helpful for you guys, but usually you don't need a color correcting palette. Like I said before, they do make cosmetics out there that will basically cover up everything. Don't be tricked or fooled by these Instagram videos that are doing heavy duty color correcting. You don't need it. It's Cosmetics, like I said before, is a great company. Jamie, who made It's Cosmetics, she actually struggles from rosacea. She created a makeup that will cover it. The before and after pictures are amazing. If you haven't seen that, look it up. Promise you, if you do need it, I hope this helped. And that was it for my video. I think I discussed the main points on the tips and tricks. If you have any other suggestions, what you would want me to talk about, what you would like to see, what tips and tricks, or what problems you have that I could help you with, please let's talk about it in the comments below until my next video. Bye! Let it go.